Today's video is all about how we cultivate the beginnings of imaginary kind of pretend play. And we're going to be looking at Kimi, who's at the beginning of that journey, and I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things we've been doing with him in his session. In this first video, you'll see how we begin this process by using different kinds of play sets. In this example, we're using a house, a doll's house that kids would play with when they're young. And this is really just a copying program. It's really an imitation program. And we're showing him various different things that he can do with the playset, and we'll demonstrate with a figurine what to do, and he needs to copy what it is we're doing.
我哋咁樣先，跟我做，瞓覺到你啊，係喎，有瞓覺喎，好啦，跟住咧去廁所，到你，你個人咧唔見咗嘅，爸爸去咗邊啊？ 係啦，喺呢度嘛，你揸住先，啱啦。等一陣啊，再嚟咯喎，一齊做。去廁所，到你。係喎，去廁所，跟住之後沖涼，到你啦。沖涼好勁喎，跟住之後咧，我哋咁樣擺度先，開雪櫃，開，到你啦。你攞住呢個，係啦。
Okay, at this stage, we're really just giving him ideas about what we can be doing with those play sets. He's not really coming up with his own ideas. He's not really being very creative, but he is developing more ideas about the kinds of things we can do with those toys. In the next video, you'll see that we don't show him what to do, but we give him an opportunity to demonstrate to us what he would like to do. So you'll see that Ivy doesn't demonstrate, she asks a question, what should we do? And then it's up to him to think about, well, what could I do with this playset? What could I do with the figurine? And then to initiate an idea to show us what he'd like to do.
俾你啊，你帶爸爸去玩啦，佢可以玩乜嘢啊？喺間屋入邊。哦，洗手，噓，你嚟啊！
Now, once a student has acquired some knowledge about the different things that the toys can do, what kinds of things he can pretend with the various items, we move on to start to build some sequences and to try to build some semblances of some sort of, theme or story, even if it's very, very basic. So in Kimi's example, we're going to move now to teaching him about cooking, which is another sort of thematic thing we've been doing with him. And you'll see Ivy is giving him items one at a time and asking him, what do we do with this? And then he'll do something. Oh, and what do we do with this? And it's kind of in a series of things. For example, they'll cut the food and then they go to cook it. So we're starting to sequence some of those ideas together. We don't necessarily have any set routine or set play script or something rigid that he has to adhere to. He can do whatever he likes. As long as it makes sense to do that kind of action with that toy, we're very, very happy. So actually, if he deviates from things we've taught him already, we're more excited. Let's take a look at that.
跟住之後咧，呢個可以做乜嘢？係喎，你可以擺上個碟嗰度㗎喎，跟住我哋擺好先。好啦，睇下咯喎。呢個咧可以做乜嘢啊？番茄係啊。啊，係喎，我哋可以切喎，耶，搞掂。等陣先，咁咧呢個咧可以做咩？係喎，我哋可以擺落去㗎喎，跟住我哋煮下佢先。嗱，俾你啊，呢個可以做咩？你揸住。哇！有番茄湯食得。你嚟啊！好味喎。好啦，擺好先。
Okay, in the next video, you're going to see Ivy. She gives him some food, and maybe she was expecting him to do something different, but he does actually initiate a different idea, and he points at the sink, which I'm not sure Ivy has done much with at that point. So she's very excited. You can see from the video that he's thinking about doing something, creative. So she encourages him to do that. And he's not quite sure. I think she gets he wants to kind of wash the food, but he's not very good in terms of his items. So the thing that Ivy does in this clip is she helps him to develop the detail. So she sees what he does, and then she models for him a little bit more clearly, like perhaps what he should do when he's washing those fruits and vegetables, which is really good because it helps him to develop a bit more detail, a bit more precision about how he can reenact these kinds of scenes. But the great thing here is that he's sort of come up with that idea on his own, which is really fabulous and exactly the kind of thing we're trying to facilitate and have happen in these sessions. In this next video, you'll see that they're still kind of at the sink, and Ivy asks him, hey, what else can we do? And she gives him the fruit again, and he wants to go back and repeat the same thing. I think she makes a good decision that perhaps it's not good that we continue to just keep washing everything, and that there's a lot of other toys around here, and that perhaps what we should do is think about doing something different. So actually at that point she models, oh, hey, look over here, we can do this with the toys. She could have used another prompt as well. Another kind of prompt we could use is by picking up some items and saying, hey, what do we do with this? Instead of perhaps directly showing him what to do. But it's sometimes important to help students to move on and not become stuck with one particular idea and kind of repetitively repeat that over and over again. So I think this is another point that we have to consider. Even if he's coming up with an idea, we may have to think, oh, is this good that he repeats this, or is it better that he might move on to do something different? So you'll see that in this video.
好啦，等一陣先。咁跟住咧，仲有可以做乜嘢啊？我哋攞返檸檬出嚟。水完咯，我哋水完之後，我哋可以做乜嘢啊？我示範一下俾你睇啦，不如我哋可以咁樣噶嘛，擺落嚟，跟住之後我哋可以咁樣搞，係咪？嗱，你試下，係喎。
Well, these are just the beginnings of how we begin to teach imaginary play. And again, we don't just use these play sets. We've got a lot of different other play sets we use. We try to pick play sets and toys that would be representational of actions and things a student would see frequently, maybe engage in themselves on a regular basis, like eating or sleeping, drinking, getting dressed. As we've got much more probably likelihood that the student would really understand what we're doing when we're pretending, as opposed to doing something about the moon or space, which he may not have a lot of knowledge about at this point, and it might not make so much sense. But we're working across a variety of play sets to help with his, generation of ideas and understanding of pretend play. I'd love to know if you've had some success in teaching some of these creative imaginary skills. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Please share it if you feel it's been helpful, and I'll see you again on Friday next week.